am glad that she's doing what makes her happy, and I am glad she is pushing the limits of women's kayaking, but it certainly worries me. And the concussion she had, I guess it was over a year ago now, that's turned into post-concussive syndrome has really worried me.
My neurologist told me I can't hit my head again. I just simply can't hit my head again.
I probably just don't look at it.
In 2017, I had my best year, kayaking-wise. I spent a month in Uganda in early 2017 in January. And I was training really hard there, and I had a lot of progression. And then that spring I went to Stakeout and I competed in the Unleashed competition, and I did really well there. I was really happy with my performance there. I placed second to my friend Darby, and she's a total badass. And then that summer, I qualified for the US freestyle kayaking team, and then I won Montréal Eau Vive, which is maybe my proudest win because I got to stand on the podium with Emily Jackson and with Claire O'Hara, and they're two of my idols in the sport. They're two of the most incredible female freestyle athletes to have come out of the sport. And from there, I went to Uganda again, and I was planning on competing in the next Unleashed competition that was in Uganda. And I was so excited. I was paddling so well. Yeah, my second day there, I got really sick. I got sick while kayaking. All of a sudden I was doubled over, just trying not to chunder my guts out over my boat. And I remember Darby paddling over to me and holding my boat for stability. After I had been there for a week, I was in Africa for a week, and I had to call a taxi to go to the hospital that was a block away because I couldn't walk a block because I would pass out. And I went to the hospital for the second time and stepped on the scale, and I had lost 20 pounds already in just 1 week because I couldn't keep any food inside me. I couldn't do anything. I had these red spots all over my face and chest.
Yeah, that was a real struggle. And it's still a struggle. It affects her diet. She has to be very careful what she eats. And there's a lot of food groups that are just gone. I mean, she can't, maybe someday she'll be able to eat them. Of our 3 children, she might be the most driven. And that's a bit difficult because she's also, of the 3 children, been the one who's chosen the most difficult area to be driven in.
the illness sparked some severe depression. And I think that was mainly due to the damage that was inflicted on my digestive tract. By like the 3rd year post-illness, I was able to manage it pretty well. But then when I hit my head, it got really bad. And that's when things kind of took a turn for me again. And I got to a point where I had to take myself to the emergency room because I was having suicidal thoughts. And I had never dealt with anything like that before I got sick. And so I just knew I needed help, and I didn't really know how to get that help. So I took myself to the emergency room, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that because they were awesome. They got me started on antidepressants. They got me sorted with a psychiatrist, and they understood. They reassured me, like, yeah, your stomach was really damaged, so now you probably don't have the same levels of serotonin that you had before. And one of my doctors said that I'm probably gonna have to deal with this for the rest of my life. And it's something that I'm gonna have to learn how to manage. But it's something I'm working on. I'm taking antidepressants regularly and seeing a therapist, and I'm working on it. But it's something that's real, and it's something that's in my life now.
Hey.
Neon.
Hey, my bad.
I'm tired of retreating.
No.
All that want sounds to me so obnoxious.
Boy, you played yourself with your nonsense. Hey, I don't know what you're saying, though.
Say what?
I don't know what you're saying, though.
Say what?
All that want sounds to me so obnoxious.
Boy, you played yourself with your nonsense.
I don't know what you're saying, though. Yeah, came in 88 with a dream oh so bright-eyed. They knew right away, sink or swim, there's no lifelines. Cutting their teeth on the move, nobody's filling these shoes. Balling on a budget at the Golden Arch, supersize number 2. Cash, weight of the world ain't budging. Gotta make a power move. Deep in the darkest dungeons, I'm thinking of my own route. Hands to the plow. Yeah. Keep my head down. Sweat on my brow. Don't make a sound. Pay my dues now. This is the pride of a man. Step in the ground, I'm counting my blessings, aggressively pushing the boundaries off of my family. Came to this land. A dream in my hand. All of that changed when life decided to switch on my plans. Yeah, tell me now, how did we get so low? Yeah, tell me now, how did we get so bruised? Yeah,
Tell me now.
how could they be so rude? Swear I'ma lose my cool. I won't be made as a fool now.
Neon.
My bad.
I'm tired of retreating.
Don't retreat it.
All that want sounds to me so obnoxious.
Boy, you played yourself with your nonsense. I don't know what you're saying, though.
Say what?
I don't know what you're saying, though.
Say